Welcome back, everyone. This is Julie with Craft with Julie, and we are ready to create our Slimline cards. We have 6 different designs, and your kit includes supplies to create 2 of each one, but I am just going to do 1 of each today just to save a little bit of time, but you can go back and finish up the second design. So we're going to be creating these adorable cards, and I love how fast and easy they go together. We're using a lot of stickers. This is a thin cut. We're stamping right on it, and of course here's my favorite little guy, stickers. So these are really great, and there's also a lot of different techniques on them. So they're just a lot of fun to create. So grab your supplies that we've already cut, and we also need to cut a couple thin cuts. So we are going to take the fan, so the one that looks like that, and then we also need the bee. And the bees, it doesn't look like it, but that one is the bee. And you'll want to just cut 2 of each. So grab a piece of white cardstock that we folded. This is a tip that actually I learned from Close to My Heart. If you need to do multiple die cuts, you can just run it or fold it in half and then run it through your machine once. And so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to grab my machine and my plates. This is Close to My Heart's die cutting machine. They just got it back in stock. I really love this machine. I actually like it better than my Cuttlebug. It just seems to work a lot better, and the plates are so much better too. So I don't know, I've enjoyed using it. Okay, so we are going to take these 2 and lay them on our folded piece of cardstock. And then we can run it through our machine, and then we'll get 2 of each design, and that's what we need for our cards today. Another thing that I was thinking of on the layout that we did at the very beginning, if you don't like the way you colored the koala, you could just cut a koala out and put it right on top of the stamped image. So, you know, that's an option too. Okay, so let's grab our little die cuts, and we're just going to set those aside until we're ready for those cards. All right, put these back, and I think we are ready to go. Okay, so this is card number 1, is the fan. I'm your biggest fan. So cute. Okay, so I have my pieces right here with my Slimline card bases, and we are going to just go ahead and assemble this card. Actually, I'm going to flip these around. There we go. Okay, so we have this pink icon piece, this bigger pink icon piece that will go down there. And then we also have this thin lemonade and another one, and then this one goes right there. Okay, so we're going to add some lemonade ink right there with a sponge. Oh, I love a sponge. Oh, I hate this part. Here we go. If you didn't watch the, if you didn't do the layouts with us, the sound of the sponge just, gives me the heebies. But what I did was I had a large round sponge, and I cut it into wedges so I can use more colors with the sponge. And I'm just going to sponge it right here off to the left in this blank space. You can do it as light or as dark as you want, and I'm kind of going dark with this a little bit. And while we have the ink out, grab your little baby heart, and we're going to stamp a couple of these hearts in the lemonade. Just a couple around here. Okay. And then we are going to stamp the fan. I'm going to pull the fan off the sheet and grab our piece. And I'm not sure where my foam piece ended up. It's got to be around here somewhere. Okay. And I'm going to stamp these two in Intense Black ink. We're using Intense Black because we are going to add a little color to the fan. That way it won't smear. And I really want a foam piece, but I'm not sure where it flew off to. So if you have your foam piece, go ahead and put that underneath your die cuts so you get a nice clean image. Oh, see? I'm gonna need to get rid of that one. So I have another foam piece somewhere. I can actually flip this over. Oh, it's so messy on this side, and use this as a foam. Okay. Hopefully we get a better image this time. Oh, so much better. Okay. So you just want to stamp those two. And we also want to stamp the I'm Your Biggest Fan in that yellow area. I'll put this one away, and I have a smaller black. I'm Your Biggest Fan. Oh, they all kind of moved on me. So this will go about right there, so you can kind of gauge it. And just ink that up and stamp it right there. And then we're going to do all the fun little extra things to just add some more interest to our card. Okay. Bring that back so we can see what we're doing. So we can go ahead and start adding these pieces. You'll just want to leave a little bit of white all the way around that pink piece, and then we'll add, actually I want to do the dark side up for the lemonade, because we are going to add some color to it with the gel pens. And then I want to do this bottom piece, and then we'll work up to the center. Leaving just a little bit around the edge. And oh, I needed to do this striped one first. And then the yellow. Okay, so grab our white gel pen. This is the 10. And we're going to add some doodle lines on the lemonade. So on the top and the bottom. And then another doodle line towards the top on this one. And then this is like my favorite thing. We're going to add dots of white just in the stamped or the sponged area. It almost looks like Distress Oxides when you get that reaction, but it just like adds so much. Just add a couple little white dots in the center. Okay, so now we're going to color the bottom of our fan, and I'm using that brown gray marker. I'm using the light, and I'm going to color the bottom of this fan. Just add a little bit of color, and then if you want to, you can outline these spokes, or they're not spokes, but the lines of the fan. I didn't in my sample, but I just decided I wanted to. Let's try a little something different. Oops. Let's add a little color there. And then we're going to take some 3D foam. I grabbed some more while we had our break, and I'm using the thin 3D foam. I like to use the thin so it doesn't add too much bulk, so when I'm milling these, I don't have to pay extra on postage. And as far as I know, if you're milling a Slimline card, it's just the same amount of postage as a regular. I mean, that's what I've done, so I'm assuming that's right. Okay, and we're going to add that right there in the center. And then we're going to add some dots. So we're going to add a white dot right there in the center of the fan, and then some black dots right here. So I'm doing the mid size, and then 2 small ones off to each side. All right. That is card number 1. Just fold that over. That's so cute. Can you see those little dots in there? So cute. Okay, so card number 1 is done. Let's find our next one. It is the bee. Okay, so that is this one right here. Oh, my little dots are just coming off right and left. There we go. Okay, so this one is super fun too. I have a couple techniques on here, so I'm going to grab the pieces for that. There are not many pieces, but look how cool that is. Like, you get a lot of fun techniques on this one. Okay, so you'll have your Capri, this little strip, and then your lemonade. And we're going to just tear this lemonade piece. Now on this one, I came down a little bit. I also saw another sample where they just went straight across, and I thought that was cute, so I'm going to try it on this one. But in the original instructions, they had you going down, which I might still do a little bit. Just do a little edge on there. Okay. And Close My Heart's cardstock has that white core, so you get that fun white edge peeking through. And we're going to just add that right on the bottom of our card base. Just like that. And then we can add this skinny little strip across the bottom. Okay, and then this Capri, I want to use the dark side facing up, so we're going to add some squiggle lines. And this actually comes down, it doesn't go all the way across, so you kind of want to just eyeball it, so there's kind of an equal amount all the way around that. And then we're going to take our gel pen, and we're going to do double doodle lines right down the center. I'm going to purposely kind of make it wavy, and then we're going to do the second doodle line and kind of offset it a little bit so you can see both of those lines. And then my favorite part, we're getting the sponge out again. Oh, I don't know what it is. Does anybody else have the aversion to the sponge sound like me? I'm going to do a little bit right here. And then over here where that B is going to be put. For that lemonade ink. Okay. So let's go ahead and stamp our B. I am going to flip this over so I can get a nice image. What's nice about these mats is if you lose your foam piece like I just did, it's probably on the floor somewhere. You can flip it over and use it to stamp. Okay, so we're going to use intense black ink because we are going to actually watercolor our B. Like I said, there's so many fun techniques. Okay, there we go. It's like, how is he not fitting? There. Okay, it's such a weird thin cut. Oh, he is the cutest little bee too. He already has some distressed lines to him, and he's just so cute. All right. Let's clean that off because I am messy and I'll get the black ink everywhere if I don't. And while we have this flipped over, let's do the happy Valentine's Day. Okay, do you guys send out Valentine's Day cards? Are you making these into something different? Let me know in the comments what you're gonna do with these cards. Happy Valentine's. And I'll stamp it right there in that smush of yellow that we just did with the lemonade ink. Okay. Now I can flip this back over. See how perfectly that worked? I don't know if I've showed you guys that before. That little tip. Okay, so now we're going to watercolor these bees. You could, if you have a yellow marker, you could totally do that, but this is a fun technique as well. If you need a color and you don't have the marker or even the color pencil, you just push on your lemonade to get some of that ink in the lid, and you take your water brush and pick up some of that ink color and just watercolor that right on to the bee. You don't want a ton of water, but just enough to get to lay down that yellow. Isn't that cute? Nice soft yellow. Right there on those lines. All right, and now we want to just take some paper towel or tissue or whatever you have, and I'm going to clean my brush off, just squeezing some water out and picking up that extra water left over in the lid. Okay, so now we can color that flower in. I'm using that same pink or the pale pink shades, and I want to do the light color to color that in. Okay, and we do have this gray, so if you want to add a little bit of something to the wings, you could Just add a little bit of gray to that wing if you want. Make those pop a little bit. In my original, I did not, but I kind of just wanted to see what it would look like. So you could also add some clear shimmer or glitter gel to those wings to add some fun glitter. Okay. All right, so we are going to add the bee with 3D foam. So kind of right here. And then using our black journaling pen, can add some fly lines, I guess they're called, or I don't even know, what are they called? Just little doodle lines out behind him. And then I kind of went down and trailed off. Okay, now grab your gel pen and we are going to add polka dots to this white, or sorry, the yellow. So now this paper looks like it's pattern paper, yellow with white dots. But it's just cardstock with that white gel pen. It's so cool. All right. Okay, now we need our sticker sheet. And I have the Be Mine right here. And use some more 3D foam to pop that up. Right there. Okay, that is card number 2. There is an alternate design on this one. Instead of the Be Mine, you can use a sticker that says P.S. I love you, but the rest of it is the same. Oh, I forgot the dots. Hold on. So right here on the bottom, we're going to add 3 white dots. There we go. Now we're done. So cute. Can you see those white little dots on the bottom? I love it. Just a little bit of sponging, a little bit of dots, and it makes the card so like pop. Okay, so here is another favorite. Actually, I just love them all. Next one is our little Tweety bird, and the alternate is the llama. So you can do either one or both. Let me grab the supplies for this one. So you'll have a yellow, or a lemonade, sorry, and then this pattern like that. So let's go ahead and add those. And then we can add all the fun things to it. And these cards go together quite quickly, I think anyway. And they don't require a lot of paper, so I think it's great. Bring that down about 1/4 of an inch on the top. Okay, so now for all the fun little added accents, we are going to add some stitching right here on the top, right across, and then stitching on this one. All the way across. So you could make even more with all of your scraps that you have. You can make even more of these cards. Okay. Oh, here comes the sponge. Okay. I can do it. Here's the lemonade. We're going to just sponge an area behind the bird. Maybe I'm sponging wrong. You tell me. Is it just me, or does other people... Do other people not like this sound? Oh, okay. Done. And let's grab the stickers. So one of the cards is the llama, the other one is this Tweety bird. I love Close My Heart sticker sheets. The images are so cute and the stickers are nice quality, and you can just make so many fun things with them. All right, going to add some 3D foam. And I want to add just a little bit on the heart. Okay. Now I tear the 3D foam with my fingers. You can also use non-stick scissors if you prefer that. But I just think it's easier to just tear it. So it's really nice that it's easy to tear for the size that you need. Okay, we're going to add Mr. Tweety Bird right there. And some adorable little hearts using the Raspberry Ink. Kind of coming up from the bird. And I'm going to do 5 of them. And then on our sticker sheet, we'll find, oh, there goes extra piece. Your tweet. Going to pop that up as well. Right there at the top. And then we can add some black dots down here at the bottom. So cute. All right, here he is. Now, like I said, the second card is the llama. You can see in your workshop guide how they've put those on there. So fun. Okay. Let's see which one is next. It's the flamingo and the mouse. I'll grab those pieces. Fun, fun. Lots of layering on this one. Okay. Oh, I need another white piece. I believe that. Ta-da! Okay. So we have this long strip of the stripe, then of the flamingo cardstock, a white piece, and then the icon pattern, and then 2 of the gingham. Okay, so I am going to lay the flamingo piece down first with the dark side up, and it's going to be about 1/4 of an inch from the left, and then we're going to dovetail. I'm losing all my things. Where did my scissors? Oh, there they are. We're to the point where everything is just laid out everywhere. I'm not that much of an organized crafter, so it gets messy. So to dovetail, we're just going to cut up the center and then from corner to corner. I try to stay organized. I mean, I bring, little trays in to try to keep everything together, but then sometimes I don't put them back in the right spots. Whoops. All right, out of glue again. Good thing I grabbed another one. We're just having too much fun when you run out of glue. Okay, so this is going to go kind of in the center of the card. Okay, so now we can add some of the stitch marks with the gel pen with that white. And this one, we're going to cover it up a little bit so you don't have to go all the way down. And then same with the bottom. You're not going to see all of that. And that, it looks like a ribbon now, like the stitched ribbon. Okay, so let's add this gingham piece. And it is about 1 1/4 inches down. So about right there. And then this piece goes right there. And then the other gingham goes at the bottom. And then this piece right here goes right there. And now this time we get to sponge with the raspberry ink. I have another wedge with the raspberry ink on there. And sponge some color behind that mouse. I'm just doing it lightly, and then you can push harder to get the darker color. Okay, oh, seriously, like my hair is standing up. Okay, so then let's grab our stickers and grab our adorable little mouse who is cutting out their Valentines. So cute. And let's add some 3D foam to the back of him. Little ears. I love his little tongue that's sticking out. Reminds me of my kids when they're doing a project. Okay, we're going to stick this about right there. And then we have our glitter. We can stick that off to the right. And we're going to stamp some hearts in the raspberry ink around his cute head. Add a couple little hearts. And then always thinking of you. It's right here. And it is backed on a piece of white cardstock that we cut. Let's see if I found the right one. I think I did. There we go. And going to attach that with some glue right there underneath that little guy. That's so cute. Oh my goodness. I might have to send out Valentine's cards to everybody this year. Usually I just do my family, but these are really cute. Oh wait, we had one more sticker. It is right here. Right here towards the top. There we go. Now I think we got it all. Oh, and some dots. Are you guys yelling at me that I'm forgetting things? Okay, I think that's it. All right, now he's done. Okay, the next one is the cactus. right here. This one has like hardly any paper on it. It's amazing. Okay. So let's go ahead and start with this gingham piece. And it's going to be about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom. The actual written instructions probably tell you to do things differently than I am. So you can go by those or just follow along. Okay. And if you're not, if you don't have the written instructions, they are a free download from Close to My Heart. They look like this. You can either email me. Here's my email, julie@craftwithjulie.com, and I'm happy to send them to you. Or you can actually find them on my website, which is juliescott.closetomyheart.com. And if you click on promotions and Smitten, and then the workshop, you can download the PDF there. Okay, so that was a sticker. And we're just going to cut that off. And Close to My Heart actually has a lot of different workshop guides on their website for free. So if you just click around a little bit on my website, you can find those workshop guides to download, and you can use them for any project, really. I use them all the time for ideas. Okay, we're going to do that little raspberry piece, and then we're going to dovetail this gingham. And there we go. Usually I come up with my own designs for our craft days, but this workshop was so cute. I'm like, why reinvent the wheel when Close to My Heart has the most adorable workshop already designed? Okay, right there on that pink piece, and then we're going to add some stitch lines towards the top of the or is it Flamingo? Flamingo or Ballerina, one of those two. I think it's Flamingo. Okay, now we're gonna sponge again. See, I was just putting off sponging. That's why I haven't done it yet. I love it so much. We're using the raspberry ink and just sponging some color right there. I really love the idea of the sponging, just to add a little bit of color behind your image, just to help it pop a little bit. So I just love that. And then take your white gel pen, and we're going to add dots behind it. So it looks like you basically splattered some white paint or something behind it. This gel pen has so many uses. Okay. Now we can grab our sticker, Stuck on You. There's also another one, which is Hug Me. Add some 3D foam. It's so cute. Close to My Heart did a really good job with this workshop and these products. It is a special that's available until the end of February, or while supplies last. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned before, but to make all of these projects, you just need the Smitten workshop kit, and it has the stamp set and the stickers and the cardstock, the card bases, all the things to make the projects that we're creating today. Okay, now we can stamp some black hearts. Oh, Trevor came back to see me. Trevor the cat is back. He's so helpful. He likes to bite the corners of my cards. I don't know what it is about the corners, but he just likes to chew on the corner of the cards. So now I've had to hide them from him. I can't leave them out on my desk anymore. This little lock right here. And we're going to add it right there at the top. And then some black dots to finish it off down here on the left-hand side, right underneath the dovetail. Must be a cat thing that they like to chew on cardstock or something. Okay, there we go. Our adorable Stuck on You. So fun. Okay. I think this is our last one. All right, here we go. Here's our last card. Here's the supplies. Okay. So we are going to attach this flamingo piece down at the bottom first. I'm actually doing the light side, which is odd for me, right? And then we're going to dovetail this piece. So snip up the center, go across and across. And then we're going to add that to our card, overlapping the flamingo piece. And we can add some stitch marks down here in the dovetail area. Which is only appropriate with the sewing machine, right? Okay, so then we have, let's do the stamping on this one. So we have our sewing machine. We're going to stamp that in Intense Black, and then the So Glad We Are Friends. I do have a couple friends that like to sew, so this might just end up in their mailbox. Okay, I'm going to flip this around again to get a nice clean image. I hope that foam piece shows up somewhere. Trevor probably took it. Trevor the cat. Okay. By naming him Trevor, the vet knows who he is when I call. I just have to say Trevor and they know exactly who he is. Okay, so then I'm going to add that right there. Put in the comments, if you have a cat or a dog, put in the comments what their name is. I would love to hear what other people name their pets. When we got him, I was insistent that he had like a human name. I don't know why. I just didn't want to be like, I don't know. I just wanted him to have a human name. So it was going to be Steve. We thought of, what was the other ones? Trevor, Steve, Max. There was quite a few ideas that we had to name him. So put your animals' names in the comments. I would love to hear what they are. Okay, so now we're going to color in this sewing machine. I'm going to use the light side of the brown gray, and some parts are outlined and some are completely colored in. You can color any way you want, totally up to you, but I kind of just went off of what Close to My Heart did. And I colored in this bottom part and left some of it white. I'm gonna add a line around, and then they colored in this bottom. And we're also going to use the pink marker. Uh-oh, I'm running out of brown gray. It's gonna be a sad day. Okay, and then the pale pink, I'm going to color in the top of that thread, And then that little spot right there. And I don't remember what they're called. I used to sew, actually. My mom had me go to Bernina, I believe is the name, sewing lessons. And I learned how to make like a bag and shorts and a shirt and all kinds of things. But I don't remember now. I think that's a bobbin. No, the bobbin goes in the top, right? And that's a spool. I don't know, don't ask me. Okay, so this is going to go down about 2 inches. And then we're going to add the capri pieces. And this one. So when I was in junior high and they had that class where you had to sew, I totally killed it. We did a hot pad. Man, it was awesome. So I already knew how to sew. I think we did an apron in that class too, but mine was the best. Okay, we're going to do some stitch lines and some stitch lines on here. Wasn't fair because I'd already had lessons. Okay, so grab some dots and we're going to color 2 of the large ones with a pink marker. And again, I'm using the dark end of the Triblend marker. There's a dark, medium, and a light. And I'm using the dark. If you have any alcohol markers, they should work to color on these dots. Okay. I'm going to add them on right here. Oh, stuck to my finger instead. Might want to let them dry a little bit longer than that. There we go. Tap that on there. And there we go. That is our last card. Here we go. So fun. So you should have 2 of each when you are done. Some have different stickers, but they're the same design. And here's our bees. And the last 2 are the biggest fan. So there you go. You've got 12 cards that you can send out for Valentine's Day or birthdays or whatever you want to send them out for. And again, if you would like the supplies, they are available on my website, juliescott.closetomyheart.com, and I'm happy to email you this workshop guide, and you can make some of your own. So come back in just a little bit and we're going to start working on the treat pouches, and the treat box is coming up next. So I'll see you in just a little bit.